Morning. I just wanted to share a thought with you guys. I just wanted to share just a personal opinion of my observation that I've seen being a wife and just being around other people in general. It's many times we are, as women, are groomed to be two types of women, I would say. We are the ones that are so independent that even in a marriage, a man can't tell me anything. Or we are groomed to be so dependent that it's a man's responsibility to take care of me no matter what he has to do. It is his responsibility to do all that I need him to do and take care of every single need. But what happened to the teammate? What happened to us being helpmates? What happened to us being right there in the trenches, ready to go to battle? What happened to being the battle buddy? We missed that. In my observation, and I have been married for 9 years. I still have a lot to learn. I have been a wife for 4. And the reason why I say that, because I battled him. Not battled with him. I battled him for 5 years. You can't tell me I was the independent one. You ain't finna tell me nothing, was my attitude on everything. But it wasn't till I learned to be a wife, and I learned what it took to be a wife, meaning that I was willing to go to work with him. I was willing to battle with him, not battle against him. I was really to fight with him. And that is what we are missing, in my personal opinion. Again, this is a disclaimer. This is my personal opinion. I don't know your situation, but what I do know is I see a lot of women not willing to fight with their husbands, that's not willing to get in the ring and actually battle with him. Men have to deal with so much. They are getting tested on every end. Their manhood is being tested. Their sanity is being tested. Their mental is being tested. But yet and still, we have these good men and these husbands that are trying to do whatever it takes to keep their household happy, to keep their wives happy. But then they have to come home and battle us. They have to come home and battle our attitudes. They have to battle our different emotions, and we are emotional creatures. I am one. But what happens to getting in the ring and fighting with your mate, not against your mate? What happened to the times where he may need you to cover him in prayer? Are you willing to do it? Are you willing to stand and fight for him? Because he already has so much he has to face. It's a lot of pressure on a man as a provider. It's a lot of pressure on his job. It's a lot of pressure in society. And then he has to come home, and if he wants his marriage to work, he has to fight you. What happened to being a team? Marriage is about teamwork. It's not going to be roses every day of your marriage. It's not. But are you willing to fight? And one thing that I had to learn, and one thing that I do, and I make sure that I do every day, I never let my head leave home uncovered. And what I mean by that, I cover him in prayer. I don't know what he has to face. I don't know what he faces that he doesn't tell me about, because he knows that I am emotional, and I will get stressed out easily. So I don't know what kind of pressures that he's putting on himself, because he has to keep it from me. But what I do know is that I do have the power to pray. I do have the power to cover my head at all costs. So many times we as women want, but don't know how to give. It comes a point in time where we have to stand strong in our position. It's people want, and people expect marriages to fail. But why are they expecting it to fail? Because they don't see us working as a team. It's required of us to help. It's required of us to help. So when are we going to help? When are we going to find that time to be a helpmate and to stop taking from our husbands? And again, like I said, this is my personal opinion, because I'm still learning. As I said, I have been married on paper for 9 years, but I have only been a wife for 4. It is amazing to me that I listen to so many women, and they're not even willing to pray. When that man is going through, they want him to man up. But at that moment, you don't know when he's at his breaking point. You don't know what it is that he's concealing from you. But yet you want him to man up and provide, man up and do, and man up and do what I ask you to do, because this is what I need. Supply my need. and you can't even cover him in prayer. He can't even call you and say, babe, I'm going through, can you pray for me? When will we be teammates and helpmates? Get in your position. Get in your position and reap the harvest of God, because now you are aligned with what he's calling us to do. He can provide and he can protect, but when are you going to help? When are you going to be there when he needs you most? Never let your head leave home uncovered. It's not just about you and your marriage. It's about the team and winning together. Have a blessed day.